Yo, I'm back with another YouTube video as always. Now yesterday at like 9:30, I went to an early access screening of The Monkey in Dolby Cinema. I'm sure most people did. I wanted to go to the 7 p.m. showing, but it was literally packed. There was no seats, so I was like, fuck it, I'll go to the 9:31. And I got out at like 11:30, and I didn't get home till like 12 something last night. So yeah, but I did have a good time. So let me preference this by saying that all my movie reviews, they're all spoilers, including this one. So this is all spoilers. What I will say is spoiler free. I enjoyed The Monkey. I definitely think it's an acquired taste. It won't be for everyone. I would describe this movie as a dark horror comedy. And honestly, if I had to compare this movie to two other things, I would say this is like if Final Destination and JoJo's Bizarre Adventure had a child. So do with that as you will. But last year, in 2024, I saw Longlegs. And why am I bringing this up? Because the director of that movie is the same director of this movie, Osgood Perkins. And he plays like a little side character. He plays the two main characters' uncle, I believe, Chip. Oh god, my dogs are barking. I don't know why. I don't know if I want to pause this or not. All right, just 1 second. Apologies, I had to let my sister in the house. But yes, as I was saying, Osgood is actually playing an actual character in this movie as well as directing it. He's playing their uncle, Hal and Bill's. What the hell is going on, man? Who's calling me? Shit. I assure you, it's a random number. I don't know who it is. Anyways, back to my review, The Monkey. Now, this movie is very weird. And consider it probably wasn't such a good idea seeing it that late, considering how weird of a movie it was. I was kind of like, you definitely do not watch this movie high. I'll say that much. This was a wild ride. I will say that. Now, comparing this to Longlegs, I'm going to be honest with you. I did not like Longlegs at all. I thought, well, first of all, I will say the marketing for Longlegs was impeccable. It was one of the best marketings for a movie ever. Well, not ever, but you get what I mean. It was really good. But I will say that Longlegs is very overhyped. The amount of glaze that movie got was insane. Me personally, it wasn't my cup of tea. I did not like Longlegs. So going into this movie, I was a little more cautious, a little more skeptical. But I will say this is definitely a step up from Longlegs. I do prefer this over Longlegs. And yeah, I don't know. This is just considering how I did not like Longlegs whatsoever. This movie was a surprise, genuinely. Again, like I said, it's like Final Destination just with a monkey. So yeah, let's get into it. So we have these two brothers, Hal and Bill. They're twins. The movie starts off with them as kids, and how they, came in contact with the monkey. Apparently it was one of their dads. It belonged to their dad, and he passed it on to them. So essentially, when you turn the key, the monkey activates, it plays a song, it beats the drums, and then once it hits for the last time, it kills someone randomly. Well, not randomly, it chooses who it wants to kill. And then that's, Jesus, 1 second. So many pauses, I apologize. There's, whatever. Anyways, yeah, it chooses who it wants to kill. So Bill tests it out first, and it kills their nanny at this hibachi place, which, by the way, hibachi's fire. Haven't been in a while, but I gotta go. It's great. Hey. No licking. Anyways, yeah. So it kills their nanny first, and even before they get the monkey, like the opening of the movie, Emma, please. I think it starts off with their dad, and he goes to this like toy shop, and he tries to sell it to this guy, and the guy ends up getting killed because of it. So, Emma, por favor. See, this is what happens when I try to make a video. It's fine. It's fine. Anyways, so yeah, it kills their nanny. Then Bill's kind of an asshole, and Hal is more of a reserved kind of like bitch boy. So Bill picks on Hal quite a bit, and it gets to a point where Hal is on some school shooter shit, and he's like, you know what, I wish my brother was dead. So he turns the key hoping that the monkey would kill Bill, but instead it kills their mom, and that forces them to move in with their uncle and aunt, the uncle being played by Osgood himself, the director. And by the way, this is so random, but I think in one of my previous videos I said that I really like geography, and I do. And I'm trying to figure out a way to incorporate geography into my videos. So I'm like, how am I going to do that? The location of the movie, I'll just bring it up. So where their aunt and uncle live, they live in Maine, which is a New England state here in the United States Northeast. The capital is Augusta, and it is technically the closest state to the UK. So every now and again, I'm just gonna try to sprinkle a little bit of my geography knowledge into these videos, because I like geography. So yeah, but yeah, they live in Maine, and Hal and Bill have a conversation. They're like, all right, so. And by the way, Hal did not say that he tried to kill Bill and that it ended up killing his mother instead. He didn't say that. So they're like, all right. Bill's like, all right, bet. Let me test this out again. They do. And it kills Chip, their uncle, which is Osgood. And then they throw it down a well. And then happy ending. Right? No. Years later, Hal's an adult. Hal and Bill, they're adults. And Hal... he's like, he has a kid, but he's divorced, and Elijah Wood has this brief cameo where he essentially just tries to bitch Hal, and it's funny as shit. This movie has a lot of jokes. It's a very unserious movie while also trying to be serious at the same time. It's very weird, but in a intriguing, fun way, you know. So Hal and his son's relationship isn't the greatest, but his son definitely wants to bond more with Hal. So he takes his son to have some, you know, father-son bonding moments. And then Bill calls Hal to tell him that their aunt got killed. And what I will say about the kills in this movie, I actually tried to count the kills, like count all the kills, and I got up to 18 kills, and then literally at the end of the movie, like 9-ish people died. I couldn't even tell you because it happened so fast, and I couldn't count the people in time. So I'm sorry about that. But this movie has, I would say, over 20 kills. I will say that this movie. And all the kills are very Final Destination-ish, very gory, over the top, nonsensical. There's one scene where this lady jumps into the pool and she just fucking explodes because there's this fan that drops down and hits water and it like electrocutes electricity, you know what I mean. And when she jumps in, she just like fucking explodes. It's incredible. So yeah, their aunt died. And then Bill's like, yeah, it started again. I need you to find the monkey. And I'm just going to be real straight up. Bill's trying to kill Hal because he found out that Hal killed their mom. So he started turning the monkey, getting a bunch of random people killed in hopes that it would kill Hal, but it never did. So, and also Rowan Campbell, who plays, I think his name was Ricky in this movie. He's in this. And if you don't know him, he's Corey Cunningham from Halloween Ends, which I did see in theaters in 2022. Not a good movie. But he's in this playing like this fucking emo rock kid. He has like a wig on. It's so fucking stupid. He has a great death though. he's in this movie, and he's just like this side random character that just keeps showing up, and he's a fucking idiot. But he's fine. He's better in this movie than in Halloween. That's all. I'll give him that much. So eventually, Hal and his son go to Bill, confront him. Bill starts crashing out, and then it in turn pisses off the monkey, and the monkey ends up just fucking obliterating the entire town that they're in. And also random people, like there was planes in the sky and they just crashed down because the monkey got tight. And then Hal and Bill have a little heart to heart, and then they come together, and then monkey's like, psych, kills Bill right as they make up. And then the movie ends with Hal and his son riding off into the distance after all the fucking chaos that they just witnessed. So there's that. There was a very quick summary, very quicker than my companion review. That shit lasted mad long. But yeah, this movie, it was. Is it my favorite, like my number one movie of 2025? No. I would still say that I slightly prefer Companion and Hard Eyes over this, but this was definitely a fun ride, I will say. And the crowd that I was with, they was eating that shit up. Every time the monkey was on screen, just trying to be menacing and shit, everybody would just crack up laughing. So yeah, I will say the monkey itself, it's a fun character, even though we get no backstory for it whatsoever, which I don't mind. I'm not mad at that. But every time it's on screen, it's just, you just know some shit's about to go down, and it's a wild ride. I will say that. Let's see. What else do I want to talk about? What I will say is that I do prefer this over Wolfman. I think Wolfman is still the worst movie of 2025 so far, in my opinion. But the monkey was fun. I'm glad I saw it early and, you know, get this review out early. It's very short, sweet, simple, but I had a good time. It's definitely weird. I would say go check it out to get your own opinion, but you're gonna probably walk out being like, what the fuck did I just watch? Because that's how I felt after walking out of the theater. It's just a big what the fuck. So yeah, don't take this movie too, well, no, you'll know right off the bat not to take this movie too seriously. It's definitely it's very comedic, like Hard Eyes and Companion. We've been having a lot of horror comedies recently. We haven't really had something that's just straight horror, besides like maybe Wolfman, but that was like, nah. But yeah, I think that's the last. The Monkey is the last movie for February for me. So the next movie I see might be Novocaine with Jack Quaid, which is an action movie that comes out March 14th, I believe. But there's another movie called My Fault London, some shit. It came out today, and it's apparently like a new spin on a movie that came out a while ago called My Fault. So I might make a review for that, maybe. We'll see, I don't know. But this has been my review for The Monkey. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Comment, you know, give me your thoughts on the movie if you've seen it. And just anything in general, whatever you feel like commenting, go ahead. Like, subscribe, engage with me. I would appreciate it. And I will reply to, you know, whoever decides to comment. Yeah, that's about it. That's about it. I'm the Hero Light Legend, Tyree Figueroa, signing out. Peace.